Hi, and welcome to my channel. I am a fairly new channel. I am just getting up and running, so I decided to make this video and explain why I'm starting this channel and the whole purpose for this channel. If anyone of you know who my father is, you've already most likely heard his testimony and how he was born into the IFB cult. He doesn't call it cult, but that's what it is. From a young age, he didn't agree with his parents and how they raised him. And so he had his dad at the age 17 sign the paperwork for him to join the United States Marine Corps. And so from the age 17, from 1966 basically until 1990, he avoided everything, or he avoided the religion in any way possible that he could. He did not want to be religious. He did not want to be a pastor. He did not want to go that route. His oldest brother worked for Liberty University and was their gardener for a number of years. My uncle, his youngest brother, was a missionary for 30 plus years and a pastor of a couple of different churches in the United States. His sister was very heavily involved within her church up until the day she passed away, and they dedicated their steeple to her. So as you can see, my family has been involved with the IFB cult for a number of years. Like I said earlier, my dad did everything in his power to avoid the religion as much as possible as he could, because he did not agree with it at one point in time. That was until mid-1990s, and he met my mom. And this is that's a different story for a different time. But when he met my mom, around the age 4, when I was around age 4, they started working in the troubled teen industry at a couple of independent fundamental Baptist boarding schools, one in Florida and 2 in Missouri. Faith Children's Home in Tampa, Florida. They idolized Lester Roloff. If you've ever heard of Lester Roloff, I'm sure you've heard of Rebecca Holmes. That is the school that they fashioned their school after. And then from that school, we moved to Stockton, Missouri, and they started working at a all-boys boarding school for boys named Agape. And at that school, they idolized Lester Roloff also, and Hyles-Anderson College. It was really weird. At that school, they had this long hallway that you would walk up to their chapel, and in this hallway, they had a whole bunch of different IFB pastor pictures on the wall. And at the very, because it was inclined hallway, at the very top of it, the top of it was Lester Roloff's picture. And it was the weirdest thing, just constantly walking up that wall, seeing all those pictures. So after Agape, they opened their own, and they now run their own, and it's called Circle of Hope Girls Ranch. Within Circle of Hope, the girls are mentally, physically, religiously, and sometimes sexually abused. Which brings me back to the point of why I'm starting this channel. I am going to be vlogging what it was like for me growing up as a staff kid in one of these schools. I'm going to be speaking about what I witnessed the staff do to these students at these schools, and what I was forced to do and what the staff forced students to do to other students while at Circle of Hope. I am doing this for anyone that has ever gone through one of these schools. I am doing this so that they know that they are not alone. And I, as a staff child, witnessed what you went through, and I stand with you. I am doing this for a beautiful 30-year-old woman who has spent the past 15 years at Circle of Hope and will spend the rest of her life at Circle of Hope if we do not speak up for her. Her parents handed over co-guardianship to my parents because she is mentally not capable of taking care of herself and living on her own. And so they handed over co-guardianship to my parents in 2013, and she has been there since 2007. She deserves her happiness. She deserves to be free, but most importantly, she deserves not to be with my parents. She deserves to do what she wants when she wants, and have her mental breakdowns without fear of being tortured. This is for Rachel Kelso, and any other person going through this right now and that has gone through this,